Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tanealyakimbeauty and this is Uoma Beauty. Today we're going to be doing a playing with new makeup video, testing out and trying out some new launches. I have an eyeshadow palette and the highlighter palette from the Uoma Beauty X Coming to America 2 collection. I was absolutely excited about that. And I also have one of the blush bronzer duos from the new Jacklyn Cosmetics collection, as well as one of the pressed highlighters. Very excited about that too. I went on ahead and I waved my hair today. First of all, I cut it. I cut like 2.5, almost 3 inches off the end because the ends were just looking so dry. So now you can see like how much I trimmed off. So it looks so much better and so much healthier. When I was at TJ Maxx this weekend, I bought this new waver. It's called the Rose Gold Wavy Baby Triple Waver from Foxy Babe. I have been wanting to get a triple waver. This is the box that it came in. I think it was, let me see. So the regular price for this is $48. I got it for $39, so almost $10 off. But this is what it looks like. It's kind of a medium barrel waver, and all you do is just, it's so easy to use. You just open it, put your hair in, and just squeeze it, and it waves the hair. It's really, really nice. Very much enjoying this. I'm definitely looking forward to trying it again in the future. I'm also thinking about getting one that has bigger barrels for deeper waves, but for the time being, I am really, really enjoying this. Now let's jump into trying out this new makeup. I have one of the 9-pound palettes from the Coming to America collection. First of all, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. This is called Queen to Be. She's Your Queen to Be, Black Magic. That's the name of the collection. Queen to Be is the name of this palette. The little slip on the inside has a picture of the crest. I love the fact that the mirror has like a frame around it to look like a lovely picture frame. And this is what this palette looks like. Of all three of them, this was the one that appealed to me the most. They had one, I think it was either 10 or 12 shades in it. It was a longer palette. All those shades I have in other collections, I just didn't really appeal to me. It was very, very neutral. I like a neutral palette, but I have a lot of neutral ones right now, and that particular palette just didn't really speak to me. And then they also had one other 9-man palette. These are actually very inexpensive. I'll put the price tags up here somewhere of everything that I have so you guys can know how much everything cost. But there were 2 9-pound palettes, and then there was the bigger palette. This was the 9-pound palette that I grabbed. I only have one other product from Uoma Beauty right now. Uoma Beauty is a Black-owned brand. I have the foundation. I haven't had a chance to try anything else, so I was excited about trying the eyeshadow palette and the highlighter. And this is the Zamundan Glow Up palette. There are actually 3 shades in here. The mirror, once again, has a little frame around it to look like a picture. And this is what the 3 shades look like. You can't see it really in the video, but there's like pinky purple reflex in each one of the shades. I'm hoping that it's not like super glitter or anything. This is my first time using an Uoma Beauty palette, so we will soon find out. Then we have the new Jaclyn Hill face products. This is what the packaging looks like. My only complaint about it is, as you can see, it's very fingerprinty, so this is going to get dirty really fast. But other than that, it's heavy duty. It's very pretty. My bronzer broke. Online, everything was sold out, so I actually picked this up from the store in person at Ulta. But as you can see, like a part of it cracked and broke. I don't know if it was like that when I bought it or if it happened on the way home in the car. Either way, I don't mind. 90% of it's still there. The blush is really nice. This shade is called Hot Lava and Cocoa Rich. This was the duo that I really wanted, and this one was sold out online, so I was very excited to see that they had one left in the Ulta store that I went to, so I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a try. My very first ever time trying out Jaclyn Hill products. And then I also grabbed one of the highlighters. This one is called Turned On. I don't know if this is a brand new product or if it's an existing product. I'm not sure, but I really like that reddish rose gold type of shade to it. I have the trio from the Uoma Beauty collection and this one. Right now, I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to try. We will just have to see as we go along. First, as always, we are going to prime our eyelids. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place Concealer. And then while this is kind of setting down, I'm going to go ahead and do some quick swatches. All right, let's go ahead and swatch this eyeshadow palette real quick. Hopefully I will not butcher these names. We have Zinga, Aminga, and Nefertiti. Wow, these feel so rich and creamy. Like I said, this is my first time ever using an Uoma Beauty formula, but so far, these are very silky. Look at that. That shimmer right there is really pretty. Then we have Ya Ansatue, I believe that's how you say it. Oh my lord, this is so silky. Kendaki and Makita. Like I said, I hope I'm not butchering these, but that is what those shades look like. Wow, these are so smooth and pigmented. Look at that purple right there. That is really, really gorgeous. Then we have the last row. We have Nandi. This green is one of the reasons why I wanted this palette. Marimi and Ranavalona. This last shade, which is like the silvery shimmer, that one's a little bit more chunky, but really still smooth and pretty. So that is all 9 of these shades swatched. Very, very beautiful color story. Now I'm going to go ahead and swatch the highlighter palette real quick. We have Shine Through, You Glow Girl, and Zamundan Sun. And oh my god, these feel like absolute silk. Those are really pretty. The tones are really nice. This is going to look really beautiful on deeper skin tones as well. I love the shine. It's very, very smooth. Yeah, it's going to be hard to decide if I want to do this highlighter or if I want to do the Jaclyn Hill one. That's going to be a difficult decision to make. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is take this really light shade of purple here and kind of put that on my lid as my transition. Put this one on the outer corner. Blend this one under the lower lash line. It's kind of where I'm going right now. That could change though as we go along. So far, nicely pigmented. Lay that down right in here. Very pretty, very smooth. I was very, very excited when I saw this collection. I am a huge fan of Coming to America too. If you have not seen that, oh my god, it is so good. It's on Amazon Prime. It was originally supposed to come out, I think, in April, but they pushed the date up, and so we got a really nice surprise, and it came out at the beginning of this month, March. I really, really enjoyed it. I love the fact that they did not make jokes out of Akeem's son and the woman that was his mother. I love how they showed them both equal respect. It was really, really nice. It was funny when it was supposed to be. It was respectful, you know, when it needed to be. It was very, very good. I very much enjoyed it. And that is pretty. This is blending so nicely. So how are you guys doing? What's going on in your world? It is Tuesday, March 16th that I'm filming this. This past Friday was my birthday. I turned 45. It was a nice weekend. Friday was spent with just my husband. You know, he's an over-the-road truck driver, so we don't often get to just have time, just the two of us. So we kind of spent some time together while my kids were in school, and then Saturday was a family day. Now I'm taking Morimi, and I'm going to focus that on the outer corner. It's just a deeper shade of purple in comparison to that first shade, and all pigmented, beautiful, blending without an issue. Now, Saturday, we took the kids to the doctor. They both had their well child checkups that they were well past due for. It's like I was kind of waiting to get it done until things were a little bit better. And I'm not very excited about having to go to the doctor's office, but it was nice. You know, I mean, as far as the experience, it wasn't like crazy or anything. Found out that my daughter has an iron deficiency, so she had to get a prescription for iron, and we go back in a month to try to see if her levels are better. And then we went, got my son a much needed haircut, and we went and saw Raya and the Last Dragon, or Raya and the Last Dragon, which is absolutely amazing. And yes, once we were no longer in the upside down world, I will definitely be cosplaying that character. I am so very much looking forward to doing her in my charity or volunteer costuming group. Very excited about that. And then we just went to Target, went to Walmart, picked up a couple things, and came home. You guys, that is gorgeous. I am absolutely loving how this look is going. It's pigmented. It's blending so easily. That is gorgeous. By the way, I'm wearing my new shirt. It says, never too old for fairy tales. No, you are never too old for fairy tales. I am a huge, huge Disney fan. I am loving how this look is coming out. That is really, really pretty. Now let's go ahead and lay down a shimmer. Just because I do want to add a little color to this, I'm going to take Nefertiti, which is this gorgeous jewel tone blue, and I'm going to lay that down on the lid. And then we'll take this little shimmery white here and we'll put that in the inner corner. Actually, first, I'm going to take Nandi and lower lash line. Then we're going to do that. I'm just going to take this and then just carefully blend it right along my lash line. Another beautiful shade. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat, you guys, as you can see, there's a tiny bit of fallout, but not much at all. It's like barely any. The green shade right here, that has the most fallout. The purple shades I used, no fallout at all, none whatsoever. Got a little Nefertiti on my flat doe color brush here, and I'm just going to lay a little bit of that right in here. Very smooth, silky formula. So far, I am very, very impressed with this palette. First time using an Uoma Beauty eyeshadow formula, and I am not disappointed. Now we're going to take a little bit of that white frosty shade, and we're just going to place that in the inner corner. This shade is just a little bit more chunky than the other shades. I think I'm going to wet this one. It kind of reminds me of that icy white shade in the Glamlight palette, which also was a little bit chunky. The formulas, as far as the way they look, were very similar. And it's just because of the way that the shadow is made. It's still beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty. That is gorgeous. All right, I'm going to go offline, throw on some liner, throw on my lashes, and we'll come back and we'll play with some blush and highlight. Lashes and liner are done. I threw on my Colourpop liquid liner, the BFF liner. This one is a numero uno. And then I'm wearing the cream gel liner in Piggy Bank, which is a really pretty jewel tone purple. I thought that would be really pretty in the lower lash line. Let's go ahead and throw on some blush and some highlight. I'm going to go ahead and swatch all three of these. I have seen some review videos on the blush and the highlighter. Am I saying that I was like super impressed or anything? No, but the formula was really nice and it did perform. The blush is super, super silky. Same thing with the bronzer. I might add a little bronzer. I don't normally do that, but I may go ahead and do that just for the purpose of this video in case you guys want to see how it performs. The highlighter is very, very silky, very wet looking on my finger. That's the blush, the bronzer, and the highlighter. All three look very pigmented and smooth. So far, you know, no complaints. Just because I'm curious about the formula, I'm going to go ahead and bronze just a little bit. Like I said, it's not normally something that I do. Bronzing, contouring, it's not usually my thing. But I'm curious to see what it looks like. There's definitely a little bit of a red tone underneath this. I normally like bronzers that are a little bit more on the warm side. I think for me this one is just a little bit too warm, but if you are deeper in skin tone, I think it's going to look pretty on you. Take a fluffier brush and kind of blend that out. I will say I don't think that it's blending very well. I laid it down and I feel like it's like kind of sticking to that one spot, but it's not blending. Like I'm trying to blend out the edges and I don't feel like it's blending very well. I took a little bit of my loose powder and blended it in just to kind of tone it down a little bit. As a bronzer, it's definitely a little too deep and a little too red. Might work as a warm toned blush, but as a bronzer, it's definitely not going to work on me. That is really pretty. It has a little bit of an orangey, reddish orange tone to it. Very pigmented. It's actually blending very nicely. So far, so good. My first time ever trying a Jacklyn Cosmetics face product, and so far I'm loving it. All right, now the moment of truth. Do I want to try the Uoma Beauty highlighting palette, or do I want to try the Jaclyn highlighter? I think I'm going to do the Jaclyn. This is the one that I'm most curious about. Hopefully this red tone isn't too deep. They had a really, really light shade, and then this one. These were the only two that were left. The two mid-tone shades were sold out. Okay, that is really pretty. That is pretty. This will work more as a blush topper on me than a highlighter, but that is a really pretty shade. It's kind of a reddish bronze with maybe a little bit of gold reflect to it. It is really pretty. Since that was so red and looks more like a blush topper, I am going to go ahead and dive into this palette. I think I'm going to go into the very last gold kind of shade here. Wow, that is reflecting like crazy off of my ring light. Go ahead and take a little bit of the extra off my hand because I have a feeling that's going to be very, very intense. So I'm going to take it right up in here. Oh, that is a beautiful, smooth gold. Oh, that is beautiful. It is showing a little bit more of the texture on my face than I like. It's probably because I've had the like micro glittery reflect in it. but it is a beautiful formula. Even though I've already done my lashes, I'm just going to go ahead and spritz real quick with a little bit of setting spray, and then I'm going to throw in some lips, and then we'll come back and we'll do our final thoughts. Since the eye look and the blush and highlight was a little more intense, I wanted to go with something a little more light and fresh for the lips. So I'm wearing the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in Bumble, and I'm also wearing one of the Endless Longwear lip colors from Joa. I feature these in my Full Face of Joa video. This is a really, really nice, lightweight, smooth formula, but this is what the overall look looks like. Let's go ahead and jump into some final thoughts. I enjoyed every single product that I used. This eyeshadow palette from Uoma, the packaging, the formulas, every shade that I used in here was so smooth, so pigmented, blended without any problem. The only shade that was a little bit more chunky was the shade right here in the corner. Rana Balona, I think is how you say that. So this one I did wet to make sure that it did stick, but everything else was very smooth, very pigmented, very buttery. I'm definitely looking forward to trying another Uoma Beauty palette in the future. The highlighter palette, same thing, beautiful packaging. The formula was very smooth. I really like the way that it looked going on. It did show, as you can see, a little more of the texture here, but that I also think that's because the shade was a little bit deeper. The lighter shade probably won't be as textury, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try in the future, but it is a beautiful highlighter formula. And then the Jaclyn Hill face products. I have to say, I really did enjoy this blush and bronzer duo. The blush especially, it was really, really beautiful, very smooth, pigmented, blended out very nicely. I really, really enjoyed the tone. But then again, you guys know I love orangey red tones, and this is just right on my alley. It is really beautiful. The bronzer on me was a little too red, just a little bit too deep. It'll make a beautiful brownish red tone blush on me, but someone a little bit deeper, I think it'll look really, really beautiful on as a bronzer or a contour. The turned on highlighter illuminator was also really beautiful. This is a little deep on me though as far as a highlighter, but it looks beautiful as a blush topper, so I will definitely be using it for that. Gorgeous packaging. I will say that I think Jaclyn Hill did a really beautiful job with the formulas, with the packaging and everything. Is it like revolutionary formula wise? No, but it is a beautiful formula, and she did a really good job curating these palettes. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and if you'd like to be notified of any videos that may be coming up in the future, just be sure to tap the notification bell down below. You'll be notified each and every time, and also be sure to follow me on both Instagram and TikTok. I recently started a TikTok. I only have, I think, 4 or 5 videos over there right now. Hopefully the content will increase as I get used to it and get better at working on the videos for that particular platform. But be safe, guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.